Anyway, apparently I was £300 on account of the fact that I drank so much, and I went to bars where I swore at everybody. So a couple of years ago, I decided that I would redeem myself and become part of the human race, as Scotty would have me, and go to the gym. I'm not here to persuade you that exercise, notice the persuade, please. Persuade again. I'm not here to persuade you that exercise is necessarily good for you, because we all know that. I am, however, going to persuade you that there is no gain without lots of pain. To be precise, I'm going to take you through an hour in 24-Hour Fitness's life, and I'm going to describe to you what I first saw as this £300 drunken, swearing person going to the fitness centre for the very first time. What's funny? I can get bigger. What happens when you go to the fitness centre? You walk in and there's this big building. Anybody been to a fitness centre around here? It's America, I forgot. If I was in Wales, everybody go, what? Are you kidding? So you walk in and they have these very fit people behind a desk. And you walk up and you have a card. I have one, here's proof. And you go up to this young lady and she goes, hello, Mr. Phillips. How are you today? Oh, I'm pretty good, thank you. Have a good workout. So, thank you very much. I toddle off and I walk up. I've got all my accoutrements here for you. So you walk off and there's a stairway in this one. You walk up the stairs and as you're doing it, you're kind of feeling fit. You know found that strange feeling about when you go into those environments, you feel part of it. So I'm now becoming part of this environment. I'm walking up the stairs. Did you ever see that film Gladiator? Yeah. You know where they come up from underneath and the lions and everybody's fighting? I'm like that coming up the stairs. I'm waiting for everything and I'm putting my tough face on because I learned people are tough in these places. Right? So I come to the top and the cardiovascular crew are all there. And I like the ellipticals. Have you seen that thing? I didn't know that existed. You can just sort of walk on air with your arms going and your legs going at the same time. I'm trying to keep tough, but this is not easy at this point because there's big people, there's fit people, and there's people who really shouldn't be there. They're going to do themselves a mischief. I can tell. There's red people, they've got bands on them, they've got all sorts of things. But the thing that I like the best, they have these. If you say anything, I can't hear you now, so that's okay. But they're all watching television. I'm thinking, this can't be that difficult. And then the guys are going on. So anyway, all of that's going on. I'm now feeling a little comfortable, so I do my cardiovascular. I do the steps. Have you done the steps? It's much slower, much more elegant. For a Brit, this is how to do it. One step. None of this. Oh, just one step at a time. That way you can concentrate on the television, see the stock prices and all that. Your vision's not blurred. Having done that, my heart is going because I know I've got a body bug on. My own personal management calorie counter, which tells me my heart rate, which is going up rather fast at the moment, interestingly. I'm at 140. Test your own sometime. So I get off this thing and I walk over and now I'm going to do some resistance work. Resistance work is weights. Back into that. This is where the big boys hang out, by the way. All of them are there with muscles and they all seem to be working out. Did you ever go to New York, say 15 years ago? You walk around the streets of New York, I'm exhausted doing it. Excuse me 1 second. Go around the streets of New York, everybody looks tough, nobody looks you in the eye. That's what the gym is like. Go to this thing and you pick up your, I usually do the 60 or 70 pound weights each. That's what the guy next to me was doing. He was a lot bigger than me. I do that. And they do it in front of the mirror. Have you noticed? So I'm shying away from mirrors. I'm not like that. But anyway, you pick these things up and there's a row of you all looking in the mirror. How many is he doing? Oh Christ, I can't do this much longer. And then you see somebody walk behind you. And it's not behind you, it's in the mirror's reflection. So you look round and there's nobody there. And then resistance training is not my forte, as you can imagine. Then there's another one called a half ball. Are you familiar with a half ball?
Yes.
Yeah? Now, who would invent a half a ball? That's what I want to know. You stand on the half ball with weights, and now you've got to go doing all of this. And it's embarrassing because everybody's looking at you, or at least you think they are. And in reality, they're not, because of course they don't have any eye contact. They're all busy doing their own thing. So all of this is going on, and I'm not getting any fitter. My heart rate's going up, my calorie count. For one glass of wine, I have to run 15 times on the track. Why would you do that? Are these people insane? One glass of wine, I worked it out. 1 bottle, 2 bottles, damn. You could be there for days. I walk in and there's somebody on that elliptical. When I walk out an hour later, they're still on the elliptical. My conclusion is they drink an awful lot of wine. And so, in my final piece of this, I have to now, of course, go to the shower. Scotty's put me off for life, I have to confess. But you walk in and you're kind of feeling a little satisfied, aren't you? You know, you've done your toning, you've done your pit. And you walk in, and of course, what do? You put your towel discreetly, like that. Like that. And you kind of, it's a scary place, because there's all shapes and sizes and people and things. And there's a strange thing about locker rooms. The lockers aren't that big, they're that size, right? There's 20 or 30 of them. The whole place will be empty, and guess what? There's a naked guy standing right next to me in the locker that's next to mine. The number of times I've just said, oh, it's not my locker. Ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you with one thing that is always on my mind. When I leave that place, there's a smile on my face. And one of the reasons is I persuaded the lady downstairs that she can make me a pina colada, non-alcohol, with protein balls that I enjoy very much. Thank you for your time.